Can I do this?
What a night. So let's grow. Let me take you back in time and provide you with some knowledge. See, I'm going to tell you about a place you're just not going to hear about while attending college. The time was 1870 to 1921 for your historical notation, and the north side of Tulsa, Oklahoma is the actual recorded location. See, North Tulsa was called Little Africa, as this name more praise. The most affluent black community in America, the witnesses were amazed. Jim Crow laws created all black communities. We cannot deny this. And right down racial lines was how the United States was divided. Tulsa, Oklahoma was separated by the Arkansas River, but not equal by any tale. See, the white side was not nearly as prosperous while the black community completely excelled. Little Africa contained black doctors, politicians, or barons and PhDs, all black businesses, farms, schools, and many black attorneys, black-owned restaurants, grocery stores, libraries, movie theaters, and places to sleep. So many prosperous businesses that Greenwood Avenue was called Black Wall Street. Yes, Black Wall Street, because see, that's just how much money flowed. I'm not making this up, it's research, and it's the truth history holds. Nepotism kept the money circulating within the community, even for loans. Everyone purchased from their neighbor, which kept the money coming right back home. Brotherly love and altruism were practiced, while crimes were very low. Morals were taught to all, and children actually did what they were told. Neighbors volunteered to help other neighbors in times of trouble. City families had about 5 children, while farming families had about double. White coal miners came to North Tulsa to work 72-hour-long shifts as well. So they too helped the pockets of these black businesses to swell. In the 1800s, Little Africa had its own transportation system to assist them all. Blacks kept to themselves, took care of each other, so no citizen would fall. From Greenwood Avenue to Archer and Pine Street, life was prosperous and grand. And if you take the first letters of those streets, G-A-P, you will see that's where they got the name for the Gap Band. Shouts out to Uncle Charlie. By 1921, there were over 100 black millionaires, 6 even on airplanes. Black Wall Street was thriving and looking for more financial gain. But on the south side, whites lived below the poverty line. And white servicemen returning from World War I, well, they also fell on hard times. So what happened to Little Africa, one might say? Well, the Ku Klux Klan decided they were going to take their prosperity away. So on the 1st of June, 1921, envy, greed, and jealousy took control, and a black Holocaust in America was about to unfold. This race riot was one of the most violent ever carried out on American people. It was the largest massacre of non-military Americans in history with no recorded equal. Within hours, hundreds of black-owned businesses restored on the north side of town. 3,000 men, women, and children dead, hundreds could not be found. Hundreds of homes and farms lit up the skies as they were burned to the ground, while good white Christian families just watched and stood around. Witnesses to the KKK killing anyone whose skin color was brown. Little Africa was unlawfully lynched as this massacre went for 72 hours and from yard to yard until the white sheriff sent his black deputy called out the state's National Guard. The National Guard came to prevent the loss of more innocent lives, as death is what they saw, and the first order of business was to establish and enforce martial law. They stopped the killings, aerial bombings, disarmed and sent the Klan home while doing their job, but they failed to prevent the loss of hundreds of businesses. Banks, schools, movie theaters, pawn shops, and even a hospital laid in the wake of this hateful and angry mob. Restitutions never happened. Insurance claims dishonored, and black voices silenced. Mass graves around this city hid this act of complete and senseless violence. Impacts what today African Americans have little nepotism, and we've lost a lot of our financial power. We seldom support each other, and our money could leave the community within about a couple of hours. So consider this your history lesson for today. And do not underestimate your economic might, because if you don't honor and protect what you have, baby, it could be gone overnight.
One more time for Mr. Speaker.